That's the body's all done now. It's all set up. That was done with a dry tape and the Gorilla Glue instead of shoe glue. It's actually come out quite nice. It's sort of rigid but flexible, so hopefully that'll do the job. And cheaper than the shoe glue as well. So hopefully save the body. Right, we've got some terminals I've got to put on the car, so they've got to go on here. Got to lose the traxxas one so I can use my other batteries. So got to cut them off, solder them on there, make sure I get them the right way around. Pair of fans got to go on, and I've got some new tools. So little Allen keys that I can use in my screwdriver, in my drill. So should hopefully speed up the repair process a wee bit. Right, let's get on with some soldering. So how I do it, I melt some into the cap on the iron, then heat the terminal until I can see that melted. Then I can feed in some more. Like so. Last one. Put on my tip. Melt some into the pot. And you see it's not really sticking to the metal. When you heat the metal, you'll see that solder melt. There it goes. Now I can add more. Caps filled with solder, so I can drop the wire in there, reheat it, and that should give us a nice joint. I'll start with a live. Bigger soldering iron really, that's at home. Everything's always at home when I need it here, and here when I need it at home. Maybe that's got enough underneath it. Yeah. We really need a real high power soldering iron. This will do it, but it ain't quite got enough guts in it to do it quick enough. Well, that's on there. Positive. If we can get it the right way around, or we'll be in trouble. I don't want it sticking out longer than it needs to be. The cap on before I forget. Again, I'm not gripping this tight. Very loose. Right, it's got some heat shrink down there. Put my cap on there. Positive terminal, positive wire. hate soldering thick wires. It's a pain in the butt. It worked fine when I've done my other car. I've done the batteries, I had to do all my batteries for me felony. No problem at all. This one is not wanting to heat up and melt at all. Not getting the heat through it. There's that heat transfer. I find a little bit of solder on the tip. A little bit of solder on the tip and it helps transfer the heat through. There it goes. Perfect. That's better. That's what we wanted. It just took a little while, but as soon as I put a little bit of solder on the tip, it just went straight through. Look at that. I need that. However it works, doesn't it? Snip back quite much this time. You see that? Yeah. Good. Blobbed on top of the wire. That's set now, look, it's cooled. So I know it's hot enough when that melts. It's soft. At home I've got a nice set of clamps with little movable robotic arms. And they're fantastic for soldering. Grip it hard and damage the plastic, so you have to grip it harder than that though. Keep sliding. There it goes. need a better soldering iron is what you need. It's going. It's getting both sides to melt so they bond together as one. Not just sticking on the surface like he glued it on. It started going, but I think I let off just a little bit too soon. Enough solder on it. And then I moved before it set. It's melting. God, it's hot. Not really that hot, look, no heat shrink down there. Well, it's on. Let's not damage the wire casing. What is? Yeah, I'm playing for a bit, mate, so give it a little while.
You've got keys, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Bit of messy soldering.
Right then, I'll see you later.
See you, money, dude. One down, one to go. Okay, beautiful, that worked better. So this one goes to the positive. Positive, then negative to positive. Stay. Try and keep it all hot so it don't cool down. Keep the wire melted. And the solder in the plug. Yeah. Where a clamp comes in nice. I want the heat to go underneath so that the heat rises, you know, I want it to go up into it. So I've done that, didn't I? Tinned it is what I wanted to do. And if we remember, I'm going to put these back on. Now, shrinking the heat shrink. Leave the cap back on now. To button it all up afterwards. Waddy. No way around. Cap's got one first. Then shrinkage. Right, try again. 5th time's the charm. Right, positive, negative to positive. That one. Off easier, take it on the one I'm sticking to. I can see it, makes life easier to remember where you're going. Right, we are all ready to go again. Silly me. Well, it could have been worse, could have stuck it on. And heat the lot together, don't move. Soak. Just when you're getting it to start working, and it goes up the bloody Gary and start again. Melting the crap out of the plug and cutting the solder. One pair of hands, can't feed any more solder in. That's on there. Heat, heat, keep hot, heat, come on, heat, stay. Come on. Melting, see it melting. Really need a bit of soldering on, it's terrible. It just doesn't heat it quick enough, it's too slow. Melting, we're all melting. Probably saves the heat shrink. You got laugh. What a professional job. I know what I'm doing. I won't do it. It's doing it, it's just really, really slow. Come on. Yeah, heat shrink's going. So watch the blobs on the back as well, running down underneath. So luckily it's only connected with the centre pin. I wouldn't take that off anyway. I don't want it on there either. That's where you have to be careful, especially if you're doing a battery. It doesn't drip underneath. Only a drip, just gone between the two. But if that was a battery, if it shorts between the two terminals, kaboomy, not good. Can I save any of that heat shrink? Oh dear. Trouble is shorter the wire. The worse that is. It's, you know, it is hot. just nip it without cutting into the wire sleeve at all. Do not cut into the wire sleeve. So I've got a little bit of heat shrink left. I'll just put it over the terminal. I'm not taking it off again to redo it. It'll just do the same thing again. That's the problem. So a poor soldering iron. It's got the job done, but it takes too long to heat it up. So all the time you're trying to heat it up, the heat's transferring back down the wires. I know this, but I've cut it off. Yeah, I've got no choice. I've got to get it done. So there we go. So we are positive onto positive, negative to positive, over there, and then negative to negative on the last one. So, always doing one at a time. I'm no flaming expert, you know what I mean, but always doing one at a time. There we go. Right, so see if I can remember to pour my stuff on in a minute. I'm going to tin it first. Hopefully if I can get grips to stand still. That just gives them a little stability that way. So, wrong day for soldering, boiling. Everyone see what we're doing? Yeah. Beauty of editing. I'll take out bits where I have to go wandering. Move that, or lean on it. So I think this is 25 or 30 watt soldering iron. For these size wires, it's just not quite man enough. There we go. Right. Negative to negative. Try and keep it so you can see, but I've got to, I've got to get my hands, and at the moment getting it stuck on is more important. Wrong tools for the job. That bad workman always blames his tools, but it's something I don't really agree with, to be honest. You've got the wrong tools for the job, it makes life very hard. I don't do a lot of electrical work, so I don't own a big fancy soldering iron. I have got a higher wattage one at home. I've got a soldering iron gun, that's got a bit more power in it. It's also not as accurate, you can't get it in smaller spaces, so I prefer these ones. But with this, there it goes, melting. It's just not quite man enough for the job. Just got to hold the heat on for too long, but it's working. Get in there. I can't really hold any other position to show you guys. I can't move the camera. We are melting now. Both melting, the wire and the solder in the connector. Now solder dripping between the two. Is on. I'll get the heat shrink down before it shrinks up too much. Good connection. Yeah, come on. Work it. Get on there. Over the top of that. Yeah. Still hot. solder just sitting in there on the bottom. Out of the way, but what I don't want it to do is heat up, melt and drop between the two or something. She is on. Oh, there you go, guys. I'll do how to, just what I'm doing. It is how to. It's how you do it, but like I say, really, you want a bigger soldering iron. But if that's all you've got, that's all you've got. It will do it, but you have got to try and get the heat through both the thick wire and the connector, and that ain't easy. But there you go, we are on. So, double check, positive to positive, negative to positive, negative to negative. We managed to get the shrink wrap on all the cables. That one went a little bit short because I overheated the wire trying to get it on there, and that done it, but there is a bit on there, so that's good. I don't think I've got any big enough to go right over them. I might have some at home. It ain't big enough, is it? No, of course it's not. No. I might have some at home, if not, it doesn't matter. There you go, we are done. So the only thing I have got to do is, my tools are dirty, make my hands dirty, which makes my nice new connectors all dirty. Right. I'm going to wipe that. They'll get dirty, but let's just not have grease on them to start with. Right, so only thing left is to test it. I've got a remote, turn that on. Batteries on. It's working. Shake the servo, what's going on with that? Well, these are only storage charged, these batteries, but there'll still be plenty of power in there to fire it up. Right to the right. Now, that button again, that's moved. That multi-function button, if that moves off the 0, it seems to cause all sorts of issues. Got some solder to pick off, but haha, the end of the world. Right, let's just run it down, make sure it's all right. All fine, yeah, if that multi-function button comes off the 0, it causes all sorts of problems. And I think that's fixed that twitching that I had on the steering as well. So. Right, thanks for watching Life of Dave. I'll catch you all again soon. I've still got to change the fans. I've got a pair of fans to go in as well. So I'm going to pull the motor out and get them changed. They're still running alright, they sound alright. They were making a bit of a noise. It's definitely lost a blade off of each of the fans. But they are still running. I mean, as long as you're half sensible with it and don't overheat it, get a bit more out of them, but I don't want to, you know, risk them failing completely and it overheating. So we will get them swapped out. I'll get that off, take the fans out, motor removed, fans out, new ones in, and see how they go. But for now, that is me done. So thank you for watching Life Dave, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye for now.